Virgo, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter weekly tarot reading. Now I pulled 3 cards and I'll be doing a reading for those cards, and then I'll be doing a combination card and astrology dice reading. Now the astrology dice represent the zodiac signs, the planets are lunar nodes, and the houses. And the cards aren't in any particular order like past, present, and future. And you receive the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So you got some cup action going on here. Emotions, relationships, encouraging deeper bonds in relationships. Now the strongest card in the bunch is the Hanged Man. It's the major arcana card of transition, or maybe even reversal of thoughts, gaining a new perspective, enhancing a spiritual awareness. This card can signify that there might be a sacrifice involved in what you're doing. You're taking a time out for reflection, contemplation. And this card is indicating that this is not a time for action. This is a time to overcome the internal struggle and gain a refreshing new perspective. This card signifies the Tao concept of wu-wei, which is non-doing, just allowing things to take its natural course. This is the metaphoric journey of death to rebirth. And stop controlling the physical world. I like to say, quit trying to put a square peg in a round hole. This is where you relinquish the old ideas that are no longer serving you, because the new ones are avidly seeking their place. This is basically soul searching, which is probably one of the most painful exercises a human can do if they do it candidly. This is where you have to realize that pain is inevitable in life, but suffering is optional. This is a self-imposed isolation for you to figure out where you fit into your own little microcosm and how that fits into the world. Now over on the left there you have the Knight of Cups. He's the errant knight like Don Quixote. He's a lover, not a fighter. He makes love, not war. And this is contrary to at least 2 other knights, which are rushing in and ready to fight the battle. But here he'd rather be the peacemaker, the romantic seducer, the handsome knight that's saving damsels in distress. And instead of like holding a sword or a wand or something, he has a cup full of emotions that he's offering you. But here you have the Hanged Man, and you're taking time out to decide what you really want to do. Because the knight yet is still inexperienced and has a dreamy nature to him. He has a zeal for passion, but you have to overcome some difficulties when you see this card. Because he warns of troubles from his idealistic nature. And here it's warning you about balancing your emotions and intensity of them, and don't have these emotive disturbances because love didn't quite turn out the way you wanted it to. Don't go into things with a preconceived idea, is what he's saying. Don't go into a romantic endeavor with your rose-colored glasses on. Be cautious. Now he's all about romance, and the Hanged Man is all about insight. So go into these relationships with your eyes wide open. But here with the Ace of Cups, it's giving you an opportunity, a promise for a new beginning, a new emotional, more deeper bond beginning. And you have to remember, this doesn't necessarily mean a lover. This can be a partner, a partnership in a business, because this card can actually indicate success in business. It can be a union of some sort, a friendship, a family member. But all in all, you're looking at things very differently. I don't know if you woke up this morning and looked in the mirror and went, something's different. But yeah, something has changed. And it appears with the Ace of Cups there, you're overcoming or eclipsing the internal struggle that you've had. Let's see what the dice have in store for you. I rolled the dice and you received Taurus, the South Node, in the 6th house. Now the 6th house is about work and service. and what you do for yourself and others. And the South Node is a mathematical point where eclipses occur, or near where eclipses occur. And they call it past life gifts, but they're not normally gifts. They're things that come up in your present life that have been unresolved. And it's looking for a resolution, and a lot of times these are a real pain in the butt. And then Taurus is looking for something steady and stable, and luxuries, actually, to enjoy. Now, the South Node in the 6th house has you stewing over work, routine, and health. And this equates to an overworked life that's dull and has been surrendered. And that could be the reason for the presence of the Hanged Man. Now, this could be connected to a past life and what you did and what type of services and what type of health regime that you had then. After complete repetition in past lives of the same type of service that you've done, you've honed some skills. And now you're doing the same type of service over and over again. It's like a call of duty. Excessiveness in your habits and customs. Obsessiveness in your health regimes. Maybe it's time to take a chill pill and enjoy the journey. Make the monotonous things more fun and appealing. Have your body acting rather than reacting. The Knight of Cups is offering a cup of love, affection, respect, camaraderie, and the Ace is accepting this promise of some sort of newfound relationship harmony. Now, as most Virgos do, you don't have to sit down all the time and think over every little detail before you get involved in something. But the Hangman is warning you that maybe spontaneity isn't the best thing right now. But perhaps new ways of doing things can bring the spice back into life and take away the mundane drudgery of work, the commonplace feelings of everyday tasks that just haven't been uplifting you. This could actually bring a true meaning to synchronicity. If you change things, there could be some significant meaning in ordinary things in your life. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus for sensuality and love, and the presence of the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups is reinforcing that. But for some reason, with the mix of these cards and the dice, you're thinking about what could be, and you're not living in the present of what is. And if you overanalyze aspects of love, you're going to end up being like the Hangman, hanging upside down and waiting for love instead of experiencing it. Remember, the Ace is only a promise for deeper bonds and relationships. You're the one that has to overcome these past life's obstacles to finally find a resolution to your current life connections. Sex and love is neither a weapon nor a soothing balm. It is what it is. It's pleasure, and the pleasure of sharing on all levels. Hopefully it hasn't taken many lifetimes and this lifetime to learn to share one of the simplest things, but the most complicated emotion that man can attain, and that's joy and happiness. Shared joy and happiness, because joy isn't meant to be reveled alone. Accept what the Knight is offering and the new beginning of a promise with the Ace of Cups, because it is a blessing. And then the Hangman will finally give you the wisdom that you seek. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.